This is probably the most important part, or at least the most profitable part. We're going to be talking about actually creating your product. So this is going to be the thing that you're going to sell for money. From this lecture, you're going to get your offer ready to be sold, which means that for many of you, this will actually mean your business is starting from after this lecture. So for the last lecture, we spoke a lot about the market is your people, and we just want to give them the gift. Your gift is just your flow state task. And we can even say that this encapsulates your purpose. I actually thought before this lecture, I'm very proud of the understanding we've got, because when you think about how vague the subject of purpose was like a year ago before, we were speaking about it like this, every male influencer used to talk about purpose and not a single one of them would ever define it because they didn't actually know what they were talking about, including me. And I think we've actually discovered it now. You don't need to do the monetization part of it, but you may as well in the modern day, because this way then you don't need to go work like a job and also try and do your purpose alongside it. So what we want to do is dive deeper into, first of all, the market and your people, so we understand who we're trying to help a little bit better. And so this is what we call a customer avatar practice. The practice is where you write down a autistic level documents, like a description for who is your dream ideal customer. So you literally write in details of, like, you make it a character, for example. Okay, his name is this, he is 21 years old, he's currently studying this, he has this much money in his bank account, he wakes up at 7 a.m. The first thoughts that enter his mind automatically are these. He fears this. He hates this. He gets pleasure from this. Just super detailed, whatever you can think of. And obviously this helps when you are your own dream customer. You have went through the trials and tribulations that you want to help people with. Because, for example, if you want to help people with weight loss and you've struggled with weight loss previously, well, then you can actually, you know exactly what thoughts that person's going through. You know the agitation when they step on the scale, even though they've been doing everything right, and the scale actually goes up. You know that moments of frustration. You know how annoying it is when, like, the batteries on the kitchen weighing scale go down and he doesn't even change them for like 3 days and just eats random shit instead. You know what it's like when your family order pizza and you're trying to stay on a diet and then one of them convinces you that you don't want to waste the food. You want to know this much detail. What is their problems? There's a few things we want to actually talk about. So, first of all is the dream outcome. What is their ideal results? What do they want? Remember, this is very similar to what we spoke about yesterday about the core, the conscious and the primal desires. So where do they want to get to? The conscious desire is what they'll say in public. It's what the mother will say when she says that she wants like a new vacuum. The primal desire is what they actually want, and it's your job to figure out what people actually want. They usually won't tell you. If I make a poll on YouTube and say what videos or what video topic would you be most likely to click on, all of you motherfuckers will write something, will choose the option of like money or something. And yet when I make a video on getting girls, it gets triple the views. Interesting, isn't it? You believe that it's actually about money, but you're more likely to go and watch a video on getting girls. So conscious and primal desire. So I'd ask you here, just think about it in autistic detail. What is their dream outcome consciously? What are they consciously sort of or this could be a better word to say publicly. What would they publicly say is their dream outcome? Publicly, a brown guy, let's say you want to help Pakistani guys get higher grades. Publicly, he'll say he wants higher grades and so that he can go to university. His primal subconscious desire is because he doesn't want to disappoint his father, and because he wants to stop being the family outcast. He wants to climb up the social hierarchy in his own family. He's probably not going to say that out loud, but if you know this, you're going to sell to him a lot better. Everyone got up to that point. Type 1 in the chat if you know what your customer avatar's dream outcome is, and also what their public sort of perception of it is and what their primal one is. And then type 2 if you're not too sure. I know their public desire but not their primal one. Okay. What is the public desire? Octavian said, not sure because there's a person very different from me. Yeah, that can happen. So what I'd ask you is that definitely your people, or is that just the easiest customers that you could find? Let me reply in the chat, Octavian, because we've said, okay, you want to help your people. The people you're trying to sell to, be honest, yes or no, are they your people? Or is it just kind of like the kind of random customer that you ended up like choosing?